This is the Cholo News Report for Wednesday 02, May 2018. ISIL releases an execution video showing a prisoner being killed by explosives in the Yarmouk camp, Damascus. Husband waterboarded his wife during 6-hour torture ordeal. The pictures were taken in Yarmouk, an area controlled by ISIS, and not far from Damascus, and is believed to be in retaliation to airstrikes by Syria and Russian armed forces. Along with their release, the deal will see al-Qaeda-linked fighters from the Hot Area al-Sham group evacuate from a Palestinian refugee camp near Damascus, while about 5,000 people in 2 northwestern villages besieged by insurgents will be allowed to move to government-held areas. This is the latest in a series of evacuation deals for areas surrounding the capital, Damascus, that came under intense military offensive and crippling sieges. At least 23 civilians die in an airstrike near Shadodi, al-Hasaka Governorate. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights has stated it is not clear who carried out the attack, listing Iraq and ISIL coalition as 2 possibilities. The state-run Syrian Arab news agency claims the ISIL coalition is responsible. Lelwa Abdullah, an SDF spokeswoman in the adjacent Deir el-Zor province, said the final phase of a large operation against IS in eastern Syria has begun. The SDF had redeployed hundreds of its forces to western Syria after Turkish troops attacked the Kurdish-held Afrin enclave earlier this year, effectively putting operations against IS on hold. A suicide bombing kills at least 24 people at a mosque in Mubi, Nigeria. Boko Haram are suspected of being behind the attack. Noon has yet said they were behind the bombings, but the Islamist militant group Boko Haram has launched previous attacks in Mubi. State Police Commissioner Abdullahi Yerima said the first blast took place at the mosque at about 1,300 and a second bomber detonated a device nearby as worshippers fled. Witness Abdullahi Labaran said the first bomber had mingled with worshippers and detonated his explosives shortly before prayers began. Iraqi police and al-Shaabi troops raid ISIL locations in Hijaz, Kirkuk, and seized tunnels and arms caches. In October, Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi declared that Iraqi troops recaptured Hijaz, a main town held by Islamic State in the country. A bomb in Mosul, Iraq, kills and injures 7 policemen. In its monthly statement released earlier this month, the UN agency said the number of civilians killed, excluding police, was 84, while 164 others were injured. Though most of the daily bombings go without a claim of responsibility, the Islamic State group is expected to be behind many. Several independent urged Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir to withdraw troops from Yemen, where they are supporting a sword-iron coalition fighting Houthi rebels. Dispatching Sudanese army soldiers and members of the Rapid Support Forces, Sudan's main militia, is an unconstitutional measure, and carried out without having been remitted to the parliament, the statement says. Sudan should not interfere in the affairs of other countries, Abulgasim Bertam, chairman of the Alliance for Change, told Radio de Bangor. Palestinian Islamic Jihad releases video of Israeli General Eov Mordechai meeting with United Kingdom Ambassador David Quarry and observing the protests last week. Quarry's visit came amid concerns of the Israeli Defense Forces using live ammunition, and was intended to be kept secret. Israeli troops have killed 48 Palestinians and left another 2,600 needing hospital treatment after they were struck by live fire or injured by tear gas and rubber bullets. Much of his tenure in Tel Aviv has focused on the Iran deal and tensions in the Middle East, as well as the growing trade and security relationship between Britain and Israel.